everyone, it's Lori with 3 Keys Astrology. Thank you for joining me. This video is about being in the middle of things because at this moment in time, on 14 July 2020, we are in the very middle of this brand new decade, this wicked 2020 that most of us wish would just disappear so that we can recalibrate. But that's exactly what we should be doing. At the present moment, we've got Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter squaring Mars, which is contention, and it's about the new and progressive ideas clashing and colliding with the way things have always been. And that's been a theme coming for the last few years. We also have 4 planets that are retrograde. We've got Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune in retrograde. And these planets have to do with 2 of them have to do with our ideals and our moral fiber and what we aspire, our highest, best, and highest good. And while the other 2 planets are very earthy planets, and they're about the way we've structured and organized our lives. And so, again, we've got this dualism of being our best and being our worst. And to top it off, on 15 July, the sun will be exactly opposite Pluto. So we're talking about the ruler of the underworld against the holiness of man. And again, the sun is our progression. It starts afresh every day, gives us a brand new day. And it's progressive. Something new every day, a new month, a new year, a new day, a new week. While Pluto rules sin and all of the things that aren't light and aren't new, about the darkest sides of human nature. And we're seeing all of this really profoundly too in this 2020. But in the middle of all of our solar system is a planet that's evoking a lot of change. And this planet's Uranus. And I encourage you to go read my video, you can't read videos. View my video, Slay the Dragon. It's about Uranus, which is in Taurus, and affecting not only all of the earth signs, but we live on a planet that's Earth. So this affects everyone. And when you come to my website, 3 Keys Astrology, and order readings, you can email me at ducky@3keysastrology.com for specialized readings once you've gotten your birth chart done. And the birth chart is a kind of a soul imprint that is like your fingerprint. No 2 people are alike, and your birth chart reading will help you see yourself in ways you might not have noticed before. And I also do compatibility readings, which I absolutely love because no man is an island. We're in relationships with many, many people. And the more we learn about each other and accept each other and communicate with each other, and most importantly, understand each other, the better our lives will be. So let's talk about what it means when we're in the middle. Stuck in the middle is a feeling a lot of us are having right now, as a lot of us are unemployed. We're not sure what kind of work there's going to be for us in the future. We're not sure if we should be living where we're living, if we can afford it anymore. I mean, Taurus rules our security. Taurus is about money. And then those malefic planets that are in the sign of Capricorn are all about. Taurus is about your home, your homestead, the property you own, the land you have, the food you ingest and grow, and what sustains you. And all of these malefic planets in Capricorn speak to the way we've done things, the way we farmed, the way we've done business. the way we've structured our daily work lives, the way we live in the world. It's about business. And so these, fortunately, two planets are synchronized and working harmoniously to help smooth out this change. Uranus is new and innovative. It rules Aquarius. So we know that those people are very innovative and very futuristic, while Capricorn is just the opposite. It wants to keep things the way things always were. It likes a hierarchy. And Uranus doesn't. It comes and blows all of that to pieces to help us get into the future where when we get to around 2023, and I haven't done a really good analysis yet, but I will, we're still going to be going through this process. And that's primarily what the middle is. I want you to think of it. This is no time to be anxious for new things. This is not a really great time to start new things. Personal things, yes, but big things and brand new things, no, it's not a good time for that. When you have 4 planets, you see our outer planets in the solar system are the heaviest, hardest, and most evolutionary planets in the solar system. They totally describe and define life as we know it. Big monumental changes in our societies and our civilizations. Those are the planets that their gravity is so heavy, they influence the lighter planets that are closer to our sun. And those planets we astrologers call personal planets. Now, the two luminaries, the sun and the moon, are ever changing. And I think when we're going through these difficult times and feeling kind of stuck in the middle, Uranus is kind of coming along and he's going to winch us out of that. He is the middle right now that we should keep our eyes on. And hopefully that video that I did about Slay Your Dragons will really help you understand what I mean by that. So all of the planets in the solar system, right now, I consider Uranus to be, like I said, a big winch popping you out of where you're stuck and kind of a can opener to a new you and a new exciting future. And so let's talk about the middle. So if you're feeling stuck in the middle, it's okay. We're all like, the energy is really heavy earth energy right now. And that's not easy for certain signs. Earth signs are used to that kind of energy, and they don't mind not having anything new. They don't mind doing the same thing every day. They like routine, and they like living in the same place for all of their lives. And they like not moving out of their little circle of familiarity. That's not okay with air signs. They absolutely hate that, and so do fire signs. They live and think about the element of fire. Nothing puts a fire out like a big old shovel full of dirt, which is earth energy, and water. Too much emotion and too much weeping and crying and whining and bawling and complaining really turns off the fire signs. They need air to breathe, and that's why air and fire signs are so compatible. Air feeds his fire. And so if you're married to somebody with any of your 3 keys in either fire or air, you'll have a really dynamic relationship that's filled with excitement and newness. So fire signs are blessed right now as we speak by the planet Mars. All of you are enjoying this extra energy, and it's also kissing and fueling the air signs. So stuck in the middle is not, they can't stand it. Earth doesn't mind it. Water can cope with it. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio especially, coped better with it because it's a fixed sign. And let's see of the water signs. Okay, let me think for a minute here. Um, I already said that. Scorpio would mind at least. They take a little bit they need a little bit of extra time to embrace changes. So who else was I thinking about? I'm sorry, I got a little bit lost in my thoughts. But let's talk about this middle of it. So like I said, Uranus is going to come along he'll be a jackhammer, he'll be a lightning bolt, he'll be a wench to get you out of where you're stuck. And you'll be feeling, now remember, if you're a member of my Three Keys Astrology group, you're invited if you're not. But I think that you're beginning to realize, if you're new to astrology, um, how these planets can be personified. And I hope that my videos are visually exciting, in the way that they spark your imagination to name these planets and these character traits, so that you can follow along with what's going on in the energy, which is what we astrologers read. So Uranus will, no matter what your signs are, now your three keys are really important. And if you're a member of my astrology group, you'll absolutely know them. And don't be shy if you've overlooked this and you need a reminder, just ask me and I'm happy to give you those three keys that are really important. The other thing is if you have a stellium in any particular sign, that's a concentration of energy. So that would be like the definition of most Italian people have dark features. That is a concentration of melanin in our blood. Same with Spanish or Colombian. Um, so stellium, your three keys might be something else, or you might think, well, I'm a Gemini, so I'm not a Capricorn at all. I'm nothing like that. And we'll be surprised to find out if you have a stellium in Capricorn, you're very Capricornian. And I mean, while we're there, let's talk about that. So Capricorn. Capricorn is a mountain goat with a fishtail. And it's think about where mountain goats live. Where they live, it's pretty rocky and craggy. There's not a lot of green. There's not a lot of fringe. There's not a lot of sensual delight in their habitat. It's kind of hard. Scrooge rules it, so you can go see my Scrooge and Mrs. Johnson videos to have a better understanding of how Saturn rules Capricorn and what he expects and what his nature is like. And this defines Capricorn people. They're forever wanting to climb higher. They care about reputation. They're reserved in their nature. They're not used to the fluff and frills and things that fire signs like or sensual Taurus likes. They are used to bare bones, and that's why they want the top so badly. They're always on that ladder, that corporate ladder of climbing to do better and be higher. It matters to them. They're not frivolous. It's Capricorn is ruled by the aged and mature. So these are the little children that are born that seem to be older sometimes than their parents. Sometimes they're often born to parents that they're the whoopsie babies. Oh, it's menopause time and I wasn't planning to be pregnant. Or they'll be born many, many years after their siblings. So it's a sign of maturity, of old age, of seriousness, of scarcity. I want to do better and I want to be in the boss's seat so that I can have more because I'm used to not having very much. And think again about that craggy, rocky mountain that the mountain goats or which represents Capricorn, is ever climbing. You know, he's inches always away from a fall. It's slippery. He's got hard hooves and uncomfortable footing. It's And there's not a lot of green. There's no water where he's at. He's got to climb and climb and climb to go be able to see the sun, to get to the top of that mountain. But he can fall. And it's slippery and it's edgy and it's angled and it's rough and it's tough. And it's not frilly and it's not pretty and it's not cushy. So that's where we're at overall. It's uncomfortable. There's no fluffy chairs and no Siberian down comforters where Capricorn is, and that's where all that heavy heart energy is. But the luxury of this middle that we're in right now is that the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. And if you can come to the middle between being rigid and regimented and, embracing a little bit of having less in the material world like Capricorn's used to, and if you can balance that with the fun that is Cancer, Cancer goes with the flow. Cancer season is about beaches and, swimming and playing and summertime fun and water parks and, popsicles. And it's motherly nature, Capricorn's fatherly nature. So if you can come to the middle, and don't forget that while we're in the middle of this mess that is 2020, this wicked, wicked year that's filled with death and destruction and calamity, if you can come to the Cancer middle, the very middle where we're at right now, and still enjoy the sunshine, there's more light on the earth than there is at any other time of the year right now. We have beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So get up and enjoy that. The other thing is go to the water. Go to the water. It's the most healing thing. Just think about Capricorn has no water. He's in this mountains. He doesn't need a lot of water either compared to other signs. Go to the water. Go and soak in that sunshine. Go take a moon bath. Enjoy the summer for what it is despite financial and corporate and viral calamity. Because Cancer is about the child and it's about being playful and loving life right now. So in this middle, if you get more Cancerian and less Capricornian, you can dispel a lot of this heavy energy. But let's talk about the middle because it's important. Mars, like I said, is helping all of the fire signs and all of the air signs. It's giving a challenge to, it depends if you can't handle your anger, and I've done a ton of Mars videos for you to go review. If you're feeling a little bit angry and a little bit out of control, I think those videos will greatly help you. Saturn will put the brakes on Mars. Saturn is the old, Mars is the young. Mars wants progress. He's up in the morning and out the door and ready to go do his day. Saturn's walks more slowly, talks more slowly, thinks more carefully, and he wants to measure his future by what the past is, what he's sure about and what he knows, where Mars will take a risk. So think again about Mars being youthful and energetic and full of the brand new baby that's born in the springtime, because April is when Mars is the month that Mars rules, and where think about Capricorn, the winter, where it's time to be a little more cautious. And that talks about their reserved personalities, their dignified stance, where people that are born in April and people that are ruled by Mars don't really care about, they don't have veneers like that. They don't have these layers and layers of worry where they don't want anyone to see the truth about maybe they are scared and maybe they're unsure, but they always act the authority. Mars doesn't have any agenda. I don't want to say it doesn't have an agenda because Mars is great for going towards a goal. But Mars, and I love this about them, there's nothing phony. They're fresh. People born in April and people that are ruled by Mars are quick-witted and youthful and not so concerned about being perfect. That's not true of Capricorn. Capricorn always wants to be perfect and always expects everybody to mind their manners. You know, Mars will swear. Mars will be silly. Mars will have some wit about him. Not Capricorn. They're like the old school marm that'll wrap you in the knuckles. So that's kind of, we're in between um, this these two themes. And today and tomorrow, we've got Pluto, the god of the underworld, against the sun. And the sun's where we have our fun. The sun is where we shine. The sun is our potential, our bright personalities. And Pluto's not. Pluto's death, and the death of fun, and the death of your progress, and the death of your light. So in that middle, come to the middle between Capricorn and Cancer and turn on some music, because Neptune's blessing all of us and kissing all of us, no matter where you are in the zodiac. The sign that is least likely to embrace having fun besides Capricorn is Virgo. And you can be a little bit critical, and with the heat of summer, you can be downright harsh. So let's talk about the middle again. Sorry, I keep going off on tangents. I've been trying all morning to try to drive my focus a little better, and it looks like I'm not doing too well, so I'm sorry. But let's talk about who loves the middle. When you're in the middle of things, and we are, and I want you to hang on, because this is going to end. And I heard some really great news on the news yesterday, although the astrology doesn't verify it. The astrology is looking like we're not going to have an inoculation or cure for this virus, this deadly virus, until maybe January, February, or March next year. But we are getting closer. There are a lot of people working really hard on curing this mess. And I hope and pray that you pray and do your best to be positive and to give your energy, all of you energy healers like myself. Let's put our focus and concentration on giving them the energy and fortitude to be formidable against this deadly disease. They're getting closer, a lot closer. And there's going to be a little bit of trial and some hit and miss from now until next December. But we're better off than we were last January. So we have to be thankful for all of the progress that is being made. And let's talk about who likes to be in the middle. So diplomats love the middle. That's what they do. Ambassadors love the middle. Midwives love the middle. Brokers love to be in the middle. Third-party administrators love to be in the middle. Unions love to be in the middle. So from each of those occupations that I just described, you can let that be part of your conflict resolution, and part of those putting yourself, or how can I say this? Think what I want to say, but if the words aren't coming out right. All right, let's see if I can focus. Choosing the skills of a diplomat, of a midwife, of a broker, of a third-party administrator, of a union, adopting their principles and kind of their conflict resolution right now will really, really help you, especially if you're Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. The most trying rest of this year affects you. Resisting the changes that Uranus is going to come and kind of crack open and knock you out of will be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So you guys, those signs are kind of in the crosshairs of the rest of these changes that really won't be fully completed until 2023. I looked ahead at 2021, and it's not going to be a summer day picnic for sure by the sea. When we go through these big, huge, tumultuous changes, It takes a couple of years. Things just don't automatically wipe clean like an eraser erasing the legible chalk marks of today. That's just not the way life works or time works. And Saturn rules time, and this is about the times we're in and this feeling stuck about where will I go? What kind of work will I do? Should I live here? Can I afford to live where I live? Am I with the right organization? Am I with the right company? Do I feed my family the way, should I keep feeding my family the way I've been, or is it time to embrace some change? I can tell you it's time to have change. We need changes in our diets. We need changes in the way we grow our food. That's without a doubt in the middle of some very big changing, as is the way we use our money, that we're not going to need banks anymore. There's huge changes in currency and the way we trade money. There's going to be a lot more bartering services, and delivery services will be the norm in the future. There will be a lot of changes to aeronautics, really good positive changes to the way we fly and travel. That's exciting. That's coming up, and we're going to see some really new big developments in the next 18 months. So if you embody the habits, skills, and rules that diplomats use, third-party administrators use, brokers, midwives, unions, and courts, who are always in the middle, if you adopt some of those um, habits in your, if you're at any crossroads or feeling any strife, this will help unwench you and get you unstuck. Now, who lives in the middle? The middle. So, when sometimes there's a negative connotation that goes with being in the middle, but there doesn't have to be. When you think about the delicious middle, it's the filling inside of your donut, that Bavarian cream, or that fluffy marshmallow, or peanut butter. You think about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The best part is in the middle, or the inside of our candy bar. If you start looking at the period that we're in right now and say we're in the middle, that means we're not where we used to be. We can never really be where we used to be, and we can never really be where we're going, but we can be right here. We can enjoy the peanut butter and jelly of summertime. We can enjoy the middle of our donut. We can give ourselves a break and say, I don't have to be stuck. I don't have to be in any kind of negative energy. What's going on right now is necessary, and unless I'm directly involved in its work, I can ride the wave. I can be in the middle on my surfboard of life and take each day as it comes and do my very best. And I can be that midwife who's patient. She knows the baby's going to be born, but it's not here yet. And she can do her best to make the mommy comfortable. So who's in the middle? The middle child. Middle child's never he gets the hand-me-downs. He's not the little adored king or queen who's the firstborn. And he's not the little patient last child who's used to everybody else being in front of him. So we can talk to our friends that are middle children and ask them how to cope with this middle time. Think about middle school. We're not elementary students. We've learned. We've learned how to be patient, how to share, how to be parts of teams, and yet we're not advanced and ready to graduate. We're not experts yet. And that's where we are in life right now. We're not experts of this out of the blue, unbelievable viral contamination. But we can enjoy the middle and say, okay, so now we have contaminated air. What can we do about clean waters? And how can I do my part? Do I have some extra money that I can contribute to people that are trying to keep clean and purify our waters in the future? Is there something that me and my family can do to help preserve and clean the waters of the world? Because that's mankind's sustenance. Without water, there is no life. So who else is in the middle? Remember that I always talk about the magic third in our videos, because Three Keys Astrology's premise is built on you plus me equals we. Well, that middle third, when two people come together or when a couple have a baby, is the middle. That's a delicious middle that can't exist without the beginning and the end. It's the same thing with a journey or an adventure. And any progress. Who else is in the middle? Persistence. So embody and enjoy these lovely middles that we have right now. And don't struggle against it. Don't square it off. Don't fight with it. Just allow it, accept it, and tune into it. You don't get to have this July 2020. In 14 more days, it's going to be all gone. So enjoy this time and accept it and tune into it. Now, who hates the middle? Talk about that. We've talked about who loves to be in the middle, those ambassadors and those diplomats and those people that are the middleman in life. We can learn a lot from him or her right now because we're in the middle. But who hates the middle? Who hates the middle are children in a divorce. How do you choose between your parents? It's impossible. The parent who has two, we'll say adult children, that are in this headlock, or the age-old story of the two brothers at war that divide the whole family, brother against brother, that breaks the hearts of the grandparents and the parents and the children of both of these two men, the cousins who love each other. But these two dads may have gone into business together and just cannot resolve their issues. Who else hates to be in the middle? All of us hate to be in the middle when we're told to choose between two necessities. And so sometimes choice can upset us or bother us. But you have plenty of friends on Three Keys Astrology. I'm very realistic and I've been through a lot, like a lot of you have. And I don't try to hide it and I don't disguise it and I don't color it with stained glass windows. And when you don't do that, and I don't bury it either, and I don't carry it either, I've unpacked my bags and I've unpacked my baggage, and that is something that's in the middle that is a really good thing for you to be doing this year. So the other thing that we hate to be in the middle of is when there's something to lose. You know, it's our human nature to want to win and to be the best, and our society and culture always praises that and puts a lot of value on that. But just the opposite of that, there's a lot of value in not being the winner and not having to perform and not having to achieve and being satisfied with simple and easy. And that's a three keys. These are three keys secrets to help you get through 2020. So allow, first key, accept, second key, anybody, wherever they are, allow people to feel their feelings, be who they are. Allow your friends and family to be upset right now. It's kind of normal. If you're having the best time of your life, you might not be, you might be a little touched in the head because these are really hard times. So, and the other thing is tune into the energy, whatever it is. And then, embrace your inner diplomat, your inner ambassador, and get through it. So before I close this video, I wanted to talk about, to talk to each of the signs to help you with the rest of your July 2020. And I hope you like this because I have done a lot of work on it. So if you're a fire sign, if any of your three keys, your sun, moon, or rising sign, or your stelliums are in fire, I'm talking to you, Aries, you, Leo, and you, Sagittarius. Of the three of you, Leo is in the middle. So you're the midpoint between the little baby fire sign and the advanced grown-up fire sign, Sagittarius. You're the heart. You're the center. And the best thing that you three fire signs can do is to go to the middle. Be Leo. Be playful. Leo loves to play. There are more actors and people who work in theater that are Leo than any of the other signs. So sometimes when you pretend to be someone else, when you pretend to be that diplomat when there's conflict, or you pretend to be that midwife when something new needs to be born in your family or at your job, it'll be easier for you the rest of 2020. We're talking about the rest of July though, so I'll try to stay focused. So if you're Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, embrace your brother Leo. Be all heart. Be parental. Be loving, protective, and caring. And then you'll be adored. Mars is kissing and blessing each of your 3 signs. If on challenging days, and for Aries, you'll be put to the test a little bit on the 25th and 26th. And you should have a little mini party, Leo, on the 21st and 22nd. Enjoy your passion. All of these signs have lots of passion. They're very exciting friends. They're so much fun to be around. And they're going to have super charged energy for the rest of the year, thanks to Mars. On the 16th and 17th, Sagittarius can be a little bit trying. But if you go do a really sweaty workout and instead spend that energy, you won't bite other people. And that's important because you have a potty mouth and you can be pretty harsh. You're not mean-spirited, but you don't watch your mouth. You put your foot in your mouth a lot, and you easily hurt other people. And I think you know that by now if you're old enough to watch this video. Okay, the last 2 months can make you really, really happy, Sagittarius. So control your Mars. All 3 of you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Really, I've done plenty of videos on Mars. The Tale of 2 Scorpios will help you as well to get through the rest of the year because you're going to be more amped and more energetic. And enjoy this. Think back to 2002. Think back to 1988. Everybody watching this video. Think about the pivotal moments in your life in 1988, especially the summer months, and in 2002. And some of those themes might be recurring right now, and you might be readdressing them or reviewing them or reliving them. With all these retrograde planets, we're all doing a lot of reviewing, revitalizing, rebuilding, and revisiting. And it's necessary, important, and it's going to help carry us through this middle. So if you're Taurus, well, I'll stay with the masculine signs. Fire and air are masculine energies, and earth and water are feminine energies. If you have your sun, moon, rising sign, or a stellium in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this section is for you. This is about being in the middle, and this is about the rest of July. Gemini, the 16th and 17th will make you really happy. All 3 of you air signs, I encourage you to get as much fresh air as you can. For the rest of this year, if you aren't daily walking, that is the one exercise that most helps the air signs. It's kind of necessary. It's as necessary as breath for you, actually. And if you're inspired to write something or make something or play, and Gemini and air and fire signs are always love inspiration, and air fuels them. So get yourselves outside, have a regular walk in the morning. It's really fun to do the very first thing to start your day, and it really works your mind and helps you be more creative and more inventive and more innovative. And that's what the rest of 2020. Now, if you're heat sensitive, the summer and fall, probably the winter too is not going to be as cold as we're used to in whatever part of the world that you live in. But if you, because Mars is so close to the Earth and it's really heating things up and making life a little bit harder. So if you're heat sensitive, you can still actualize those morning hours between 5 and 9 no matter where you live. Or have an evening stroll later on at night if you have someone to walk with. So Gemini, the moon is in your sign on the 16th and 17th, and I want you to play. Get your summer self and your little child self outside, maybe your teenage self. You're forever youthful anyway, but really enjoy these next couple of days. Get over by the water, get a lot of fresh air, have a little barbecue, have some fun. If you're a Libra, of these 3 signs, Libra is going to be the most challenged for the rest of the year because of the malefics in Capricorn. They're squaring you, and Mars and Aries is squaring you. So Libra, the one thing about you is you are used to being in the middle. You are the diplomat. You're always considering both sides of everything. So are all the air signs, really. Libra, especially. And you're ruled by Venus, so you like things to be nice. So I encourage you to be selfish. Take yourself away from people that want to start fights with you. Erase the hotheads in your life. It's time for them to go. You're too gentle to put up with people that want to fight and want to have a war and want to pick fights and want to provoke and want to start trouble. And if you work around people like that, reconsider how to do that. It's hard for you to tell people to go take a you know what, but tell them to go take a flying you know what. It's time for you to weed out those people in your life. The 25th and 26th, I think you should have some moonlight picnics and do something outside. Maybe build a fire on the beach if it's allowed where you live, and really enjoy those 2 days this month. And it's your job the rest of the year to stop people try to start trouble. Stand up for yourself. Put your hand up and just say, I've had enough of that. I'm not doing that. We're not going there. If you're an Aquarius, Uranus, the ruler of your chart, is in a position that's difficult for you. So you're resisting some changes that need to take place. And if you get a personal reading, I'll be able to tell you where you're not going to have a choice. You're going to have to embrace the change and ride those waves. Let's see. Yeah. Mars is helping you muster up the energy to be able to do that, but you're going to need a lot of fresh air and a lot of walking. That'll help you resolve and make these necessary changes that it's better for you to embrace rather than resist. The last 2 days of the month are going to be really nice for you, so plan something special those 2 days. The 21st and 22nd can be a little bit rough. You'll be feeling the unrest inside of the necessary changes that need to be made that you're resisting. And by all means, come to 3 Keys Astrology and get a reading. It'll really help. All of you fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, you'll really benefit my readings this year. And I've got some people that are putting testimonials on the website too, if you're not sure that I should be your astrologer. I've done over 2,000 readings, and the validations that I get make me so happy. I pray before I do my readings. I pray after my readings, and really love this work and so grateful to be doing it. So the next group of signs that I'm going to talk to are my Earth friends. I'm a double Taurus, so I really relate to you, Virgo and Capricorn. We're sisters of the Earth, so to speak. If you have your sun, your moon, your rising sign, or a stellium in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this is for you. So, Taurus, Uranus is knocking at your door, and I just got done talking about that. The video, Slay Your Dragons, is really going to help you understand just what that means. But you're in for big changes. I'll be able to tell you exactly where and exactly when, what area of your life. Uranus is knocking on your door, and he's not going to stop. And it doesn't matter if you don't open the door, he's coming in. So the 27th, 28th, and 29th, well, actually, from the 27th to the 30th, I encourage you, Taurus, to get 10 pounds of stuff each day and get rid of it. It'll be weighed off of you, and it's in your baggage and in your clutter, and it's unpacking that baggage and putting it out to the curb once and for all. Any grievances, anything old and outworn, anything that you're hoarding, any stuff in your closet that you think you'll fit into someday, it's time to let it go. All right, if you're Virgo, I would say I'm asking you to go on a diet, Virgo. Now, we know that you, of all the signs, usually have the best diet. Keep yourself the most fit, along with the fire signs. But The diet that I'm asking you to go on, Virgo, is a diet of criticism. You are judgy, and you know it. You're the most judgy judge of all the signs of the zodiac. You're critical of everyone else, even though you don't always say it, but you think it. You're the guy always giving the side eye. You're rolling your eyes and sneering. You are a perfectionist. So I'm asking you to take a diet until from now on, do a 10-day diet of criticism, of scrutinizing, of perfectionism, of thinking that you're better than everyone else and you know how it's supposed to be. Um, and then on the 23rd and 24th, I want you, and journal each of these days. Catch yourself. Wear a rubber band on your wrist and snap yourself when you catch yourself thinking you're better than someone else or that they should do something your way or trying to be perfect all the time. And on the 23rd and 24th, open up that little journal for the last 10 days and see if you can make some lifelong changes because people will really like being around you a lot more and your interpersonal relationships will greatly improve if you stop being so judgy, so critical, and so perfect. It's impossible. Mankind's not. And it's when we embrace our mistakes and foibles and faults and shortcomings that life gets a whole lot easier. So see if you can live better this way once you have your little 10-day fast, according to Three Keys Astrology. Now, Capricorn, you, of all the signs in the zodiac, have had the hardest, most mountain goat rocky times than any other sign in the zodiac. So if you're sun, moon, rising sign, or you have a stellium in Capricorn, you know that since 2008, life has been hell. You've been through a lot of changes, you've lost a lot, you've sacrificed a lot, you've given up a lot, you've been through a lot. And so I'm asking you to lighten your load. Like the other signs, because you have a tendency to hang on to things and be a little bit of a hoarder too. I'm asking you to give things away, to clean out your closets, your drawers, your clutter. Throw things away. Throw them away. When you move the energy, you get unstuck. When you move the energy in your home, you get unstuck. I'm encouraging all of you earth signs to walk a lot. You're the laziest of the signs, and you're the ones who least like change. So when you move your body, you move your mind. When you clear out your junk and clear out your cupboards and give things away and get rid of clutter, you help invoke those changes and accept those changes, and you'll say, wow, things are a lot less stagnant. The air is fresher in my home. Less is more, earth signs. So learn that valuable lesson while you're in the middle of this 2020. The 18th and the 19th and the 20th. Have yourself a little party and a little picnic, a little barbecue. If you indeed, like Taurus, can get rid of 10 pounds of junk a day, you're going to feel a lot lighter and a lot happier. Now, if your three keys, your sun, moon, rising sign, or if you have a stellium in water, it's you, Cancer, that I'm talking to, my fellow Cancerians. I'm a Cancer rising. Scorpio, our deep and mysterious, sexy sign in the zodiac, most sexy, most mysterious, and most charming. Well, there's a few that are charming, but Scorpio's got its charms for sure. And you might have to hang around a little longer than you normally would to see them, but they're there. And Pisces. So Neptune is kissing all of us. And if you remember my Three Keys Astrology, I put a little cute 20 questions that had everything to do with Neptunian nature. So go take that little survey, give yourself a little Neptunian break, and imagine and dream and play. And that's the anything Neptunian will carry you through 2020 if you're a water sign. So dream, imagine, play music, dance, tell the children stories, write, create. All the creative arts are going to be so easy and smooth for people that are water right now. It's our job this 2020 to cool the fire, to help smooth the earth through the hardest signs, our earth sign family and friends. to cool down our fire sign family and friends? And what can we do for our air sign friends? Accept their new ideas, encourage them to be inventive and to go try something that they've not done before. And really, really we can be the salve and the refreshing waters to all of the other signs of the zodiac right now. So if you're a Cancer, remember, Sun, Moon, Riser, you have a stellium. The 18th and 19th and 20th are going to be such good juju for us. Cancer, it's your birthday month, and you only have 2 more weeks. So feel happy. Be a child. Get out the popsicles. Have barbecues every day. Go swimming every day. All the water signs, we experience healing when we're in the water, near the water, by the water. We of all the other signs really need to bathe more often than shower. And water rejuvenates us. We need to drink a lot of water. Water washes all the impurities out of us. We're the most porous and sensitive to feelings than any other signs in the zodiac. And so refreshing lemon waters, vinegar waters really, really help us. And before I forget, fire signs. Your adrenal glands and your head need the most health care this rest of the year. All of you that suffer any kind of migraine or being stuck, and this could be the earth signs, drink a teaspoon of honey and a teaspoon of vinegar in a glass of water every day. This is really going to help offset a tendency for migraine and headaches. We all need, with Mars so close to the earth, to drink more water and less sugary drinks for the rest of the year. That'll really help us. The earth signs, or anybody stuck in a problem, keeping your bowels fresh and clean by eating summer bounty. Forget processed food. Eat as farm fresh as you can be for the rest of the year. And this is going to really help build your immune system, which is so very important right now. The other thing is to let sun get on the back of your neck at least 15 minutes a day. This builds immunity. And at this very deadly time on the planet, we all need to build our immune systems. All the citrus fruits will really help us. Drink that emergency. Everybody right now will greatly benefit another 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So let me go back to the Cancer signs. People can be very harsh and hard. And just like I said to Libra, it's time for us to wash those people clean of our lives. We can't handle people that are off their rails. We take it in. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers. We feel everything, and we take everything to heart. It's good that we have this ability because it makes us a little more emotionally intelligent than some of the other signs. We make great caregivers. We're great parents. We make excellent therapists. We're great nurses and doctors because we care and we can feel and we know things that other signs don't know. But by that same token, we're not so good at boundaries and we're not so good at telling people to back off. We're soft. We're not hard or hearts like some of the earth signs. We're not Saturnian like Capricorn is. We're just the opposite. We don't know how to tell people to go away. Well, we don't want that really. We're more about problem solving and resolving and dissolving grief. And that's a really good thing. But this rest of the year, those characters that are too hard on us, it's time for them to go. Because we're soft and gentle, those are the kind of people that we should spend the rest of our lives with. Our 2020 will show us people like that. And if those people are in our spending more than 60 hours a week with us, it's time for us to make changes in those areas. So be really glad that you're gentle and that you're feeling. A lot of people, more and more people are becoming desensitized and frozen. Not us. We feel everything. So Cancers, the 18th, 19th, and 20th, you're going to be loving it. All three signs, get in the water. Go swimming every day. You don't get to do this for, we've got another maybe 60 days that we can enjoy outdoor waters. So go kayaking, go playing, go walking the beach, go seek some sea glass. Fill your home with water fountains and water sounds and water energies. It'll really get you unstuck if you're feeling stuck at all or feeling caught between decisions. Scorpio, 28th and 27th. I want you to have yourself a very romantic nighttime under the moon and the stars. Um, and I really want you, if you're feeling any tension at all, to have a regular workout program for the remainder of 2020. Um, Make sure that you're not normally someone who likes to work out. You do like the water, so water sports are always enjoyable to you, but get yourself some earbuds with some disco music. Hop back to the disco days and make yourself a little, what do you call it, a soundtrack or a playlist. That's what it's called. And like really, even if it's only walking, but do that every single day for the rest of 2020. It's going to help you get through the crux of these hard times. Get a hold of me for readings because you're in that fixed cross of I don't really want to change, but I know I've got to change and I have to change and I know I'm resisting it. And why am I doing this? I'm such a procrastinator and I'd rather fight with somebody and push my way because I'm tough and I'm strong and I know that I'm stronger than most of the other signs and that I can outwill them and I can last longer than they can. And yes, you can, but it's not time for that. It's time to change, accept, allow, and tune into the vibrations. And I can help you. My great pleasure. If you're, so remember, circle that calendar 27 and 28th. I am going to have one very romantic time under the stars in the moonlight with the most special person that I value above all others this month. If you're Pisces, dream, write, sculpt, paint, play. You could be feeling a little bit depressed and a little overwhelmed with this incredible, monstrous Capricornian malefic energy. Um, it's too much for you. And it's okay that it's too much for you. Chat up your fellow water signs. Make sure that you have best friends or lovers that are with you in this. And just like I told Cancer and just like I told Cancer and Libra, it's time for you to embrace how soft and tender you are. That's the most beautiful thing about you. You are the sign most evolved of the former 11. In the constellation Pisces, you're closest to God. And you're very sensitive, very intuitive. Most psychics and clairvoyants and mediums have heavy Piscean energy. You, more than anyone, need to be swimming daily and walking. Pisces is a sign of the fish, so you can be a little lazy, but walks will do you a good deal. The best thing, though, for you to do is make a little list. Make a little list of the people that aggravate you the most or hurt you the most or that won't acknowledge your deep feelings. Scorpio, you listen too, because you have very deep feelings, and your feelings are your survival mechanism, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, Pisces, the 23rd and the 24th, especially, don't be alone. Like, have a little get together with some of the most special people. Make sure you have some music playing, or if you play music, get your guitar out and serenade some friends and family around a campfire or, some outdoor fun. You need a lot of fresh air right now. You need daily walks and daily swim. I want you to get out of your body anything that's hurting you or anybody that's hard on you. And let's see, with that, I conclude this maybe a little bit extra long video about the remainder of our July 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below and tell me if there's anything you want to know or if you have anything to say about what I've said. And I think most important that it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel unsure. That's what I'm for. When you have a personal astrologer who knows what's coming and has insight and knowledge about things that you just don't understand, It can help get you through the middle. But the most important thing about the middle, guys, is the adventure that is life. And it's about being present. And it's about saying, I'm okay to let go of yesterday. And I'm okay with not knowing what tomorrow is because God's got this. And I can just enjoy today. There are lots, you've got 24 hours to enjoy this day. You can have really good sleeps right now thanks to Neptune. It's a great time of the year to dream journal. A lot of stuff will come out and come up. It's a great time overall to write out your feelings, especially the hard ones. It's a way to get them out. So be nice to each other, be thoughtful, be understanding, learn how to be an ambassador, a midwife, before things get to the court stage. Learn how not to make other people feel put upon, and learn how to be more water, like the water signs. Learn how to be more gentle. You don't have to be a hard nose and a tough guy. And all the things that you're striving for are going to mean beans when it comes down to love and caring for the people that you love if you don't have love. And that's the most important thing on the earth. And so you take care. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you come over to my Three Keys website and start to order readings. All right. Bye for now.